Hello everybody and welcome back to Magic Duel of Champions. So, let's start with stuff. And stuff is, well, what happened since the last week. I've finally finished those, well, actually only one quest as far as I can remember. That was dealing with the Academy. And I was trying to do some stuff with Heaven, but no success whatsoever regarding this one. But we finally have gold, and since we have gold, we're gonna get the packs and get them opened. Oh yeah. But before that, the important stuff. Still no news regarding when the new version will come, so nothing to talk about these. The Infernal Pit cards. Yesterday in the Infernal Pit we had the Power War Chief, so let me get quickly to him. The Power War Chief, this is like epic or something. Give me the rarity. Yep, epic. Epic creature, melee orc warrior for stronghold with a cost of 4 resource to play, requires 5 might, 3 attack, 3 retaliation, 6 health. That's quite a lot. And while your might level is 10 or more, Power War Chief gains plus 3 attack and quick attack, making him awfully powerful. But first you'll have to get to your might at 10, which may not necessarily be that easy, though keep in mind that to deploy him you have to get to 5 anyway, so you're halfway through. And getting him with 6 attack and quick attack, you can instantaneously drop him and either A, destroy anything that would cause pose any threat to you or to your Power War Chief in general, because there are not too many creatures that can withstand the 6 damage straight in their face. Not to mention that if you're lucky and your opponent happens to have an open raw, you can just drop him and wreck the raw. I mean, not the raw entirely, but you can wreck the opponent for 6 damage. Because you'll be because you would be able to attack right after deployment. So yeah, it's like not definitely the card to fill your deck with, but keeping a couple may be handy. I actually have one in my stronghold deck. Well, that's because I have only one of these, and that's the Tuesday card. On Friday. Oh no, I'm typing Friday. But we're having Nergal, Lord of Pestilence, which is actually... is he in time of renewal? Series, time of renewal. Yup, he's available in time of renewal, so that's fine. His special abilities put 1 poison counter on target creature, and his schools of magics are Prime and Earth. So this combination is really interesting, especially if you'll be trying to build a poison deck. There's been quite a few nice cards introduced in, I think that was Sins of Betrayal mostly, but maybe rather in the earlier series like, I don't know, Griffinbane or something. No, in Griffinbane definitely not. When it comes to Heart of Nightmares, we'll see in a second, but with these, what, they were not introduced in here? So what, were they in Heart of Nightmares or were they in the game from the beginning? Damn. They must have been in the game from the beginning, or from time of renewal. No. Definitely time of renewal is getting some infects here, and this is poison counters. This is poison. Oh, and it actually has poison heal. The Revenue's Ghoul. The Skeleton Master. Really useful card. The Darkwood Hermit, basically looking, yeah, for these two, for Ichor Spinner and Ichor Weaver. So yeah, actually in time of renewal there was a lot of poisoning introduced, thus making the poison decks a really valid choice the poison decks in which you'll be aiming to put as much poison on basically anything and grant your creatures the poison heal. So this way, Nergal, Lord of Pestilence, may be somewhat useful putting one poison counter on target creature if you already have the Ichor Weaver. Yep, all friendly creatures gain poison heal, so if you already happen to have Ichor Weaver on the ground, then Nergal's special ability may be really, really useful. Regarding his Schools of Magic, well, Prime wouldn't really help that much in this case, maybe some D-spells or maybe some spell blocks or stuff like that. But definitely the Earth is having a plenty of poisonous spells like whatever this is. Poison Cloud! One poison counter on everything. There is like a poison bomb or something like this. And many other, oh yeah, a poisonous bulb, actually, that's what it's called. There is like virulent poison and many other poisonous cards. So yeah, definitely a good choice. So that will be almost all regarding the quote-unquote news things. Well, actually, there is one thing still worth mentioning. Apparently, YouTube is kinda getting f***ed up again. I don't know exactly what's going on, but it turns out that I'm not getting notifications about the comments now. I don't know why is that, though it's still better than with the whatever is the inbox. Yeah, because I'm not getting notifications about the inbox messages as well. But at least when it comes to comments, I can see the new comments on this sort of channel overview thingy. So that's at least that handy. So I may not see your comments immediately right after you post them because, you know, no notification. But I do tend to check this overview kind of thingy. Dashboard, actually, I think it's called the dashboard. Yeah, probably. So I tend to check this every once in a while or so. Yeah, so I've got a goal, and this is the most important part of today's video, so I'm trying to get quickly with all the other stuff, because I did happen to know for a fact that opening a lot of packs can end up in a really long video, and I was really thinking, what packs should I get? Because I was thinking about getting 10 Griffin Bane packs to get some cards for building the long-mentioned Sanctuary Spy deck. Though, actually, it turns out that even though there are many cards in Griffin Bane that are handy for such deck, for Spy Sanctuary deck, the series that will be more helpful is actually Time of Renewal, because I happen to have some of the cards from Griffin Bane that will be useful, though I could use a little bit more. But when it comes to Time of Renewal, I lack more cards from Time of Renewal. But we happen to have 172,455 gold. So yeah, and I'm definitely taking 10 packs from one of the cheapest series, because getting to 200,000, oh my god, this will be a lot of pain, and God knows how long time it may take. But with this lucky number we can get 10 packs from the cheaper series and one Time of Renewal, so let's get Time of Renewal already. And we'll think, because I thought that I'm not necessarily gonna, you know, take 10 packs from one series. I thought I'm gonna go for a little bit of mix. And I thought that I definitely need more Griffin Bane, so let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 Griffin Bane packs. I could really use a Heart of Nightmares pack, though I have a lot of Heart of Nightmares cards. I still need some of those. I still need more copies of other cards from Heart of Nightmares, so one will be fine. And Sins of Betrayal, even though it won't really help that much towards the what are they called? Or I could get 3 more packs from Time of Renewal. I was actually thinking about getting some Sins of Betrayal packs, because they will definitely come in handy, because I don't have that much of 7, so I can get 3 more, and then we'll have like 3 from Times of Renewal, but we'll have none from Sins of Betrayal then. Oh well. Yeah, I kinda need Sins of Betrayal, because there are cards in Sins of Betrayal that will be definitely useful for other decks, and I don't have that much Sins of Betrayal. And I wanted to open some Sins of Betrayal. Crap, I'm definitely not taking any base set 2 packs. Because, well, that's the base set 2, nothing interesting in there. I have mostly Heart of Nightmares. Damn. Now I'm not sure. Should I take more Time of Renewals, or should I take more Sins of Betrayal? Let's take Time of Renewal. Why the hell not? It's like I'm gonna strip down of the gold anyway. So let's get to opening the packs. Let's start with the most boring one, Heart of Nightmares. This ooh, something new. At least one good thing. So what do we have here? Blessing of the Storm, Delve into Madness, Stormrage Warrior, Grave Warden. I definitely have a surplus of those, but they are useful. Arcane Sharpshooter, Wolf Trainer, Treasury, Cleanse, and Time Flow. Oh really, I had no Time Flows. Well, anyway, that's good. Enchanted creature permanent. Enchanted creature is immobilized and gains Fortune Ward. Fortune Ward, this creature cannot be target of fortunes and is immune to all effects of fortunes. That's it. Heroic Destiny and Boneyard. I wonder if I'm beyond the Boneyard cap and Loyal Rakshas. I wonder if I'm beyond the no, there. Deck Builder, the Boneyard cap. Scroll down and show me the Boneyards. Boneyard, but it's not showing me how many of those Boneyards I have. So, if you don't mind loading a little bit quicker down here, please. I have 5 out of 5, so way too much. When it comes to Loyal Rakshasa, Loyal Rakshasa will be somewhere new. These are spells. These are spells. Looking for the creatures to start. I have reached the cap of Loyal Rakshasas. Rakshasas. I have no idea. I have a shiny Loyal Rakshasa. Did the one I just opened was shiny? I don't think so. That would mean that I had the shiny before. Oh well, let's get to Griffinbane, and luckily only one new card in this set, in this pack. So what do we have here? Sunblaze, definitely useful. Rabbit Dog, no thank you. Fountain of Rejuvenation, I wonder how many of those I actually have. Swordthug, Empowered Spell, these are really useful, though freaking expensive. But this can be so deadly. Mercenary Charge, I think I already have a couple of Empowered Spells in the TR deck, Inferno TR deck, so I don't really think that I'm gonna need getting more of these in this deck. The Wood Priest, these are really useful always. Not sure how many I have. There is a slight chance I had only 3, and this is like the 4th, though I'm not sure about it. Foundry, Spawning Chamber, hello. That will be handy if I'll be ever trying to build the stacks for those breeders. Gene Warden, friendly prime creatures cannot be enchanted by enemy spells. Makeshift Golem, and Windborne Speed, permanent. All creatures gain Swift. All. So it means your opponent gains Swift as well, and this is an ongoing permanent spell. I'm not really sure I really like it that much. Let's open the next one. And again, only one new card, and again a Sunblaze. That's a bummer. Sunblaze, Griffin Legionnaire, they are definitely useful because I lacked some Griffin Legionnaire, because I can get up to 4 before I'll say that it's a surplus. Spirit Wave, whenever you draw a card, enchanted creature gains +1 until end of turn. Barracks, Venom Soldiers, Bloody Brilliant, I needed the 4th Venom Soldier. And yeah, That's definitely what I needed. Spider Guard. I'm not sure how many Spider Guards I had, but they are always helpful. Really, really powerful card. Not only crippling, not only life drain, it's also immune to retaliation, it's flyer, it has a lot of health, a nice attack. That's an overpowered card, really. Well, maybe not that overpowered, but very powerful. Blood Tiger Warrior. I don't remember this one, to be honest. Bloodthirst. While there are 3 or more enrage counters, it gains charge. I see. Blackmail. And actually, Blackmail is one of the cards that will be really useful for the spy deck. Though, when it comes to blackmails, I already had 4 blackmails, if not 5, and this is probably 5th or 6th, I'm not sure. Sorry, but definitely a surplus of blackmails. Reserves, increase the size of each friendly stack by 1. Makeshift Golem, Dance of the Dead. Not sure how many I have of those. And these are... Destroy target friendly creature. Okay, so I thought it's the other one. This one is not that bad, but it's not the best either, though it is helpful, definitely. Soul-Fueled Pyre. Destroyed its unique fortune for Inferno. Bloody brilliant. We have a unique fortune for Inferno. Really useful. Really nice to have. Unique fortunes are unique. Definitely. Destroy target friendly maniac and target enemy creature. You can repeat this as many times as you want. Oh, I see. I think I never liked this fortune. Yeah, because the very second you run out of maniacs, you're fucked. So, notable loot. Now we definitely have a surplus of Devout Priests. Now we have a surplus of Venom Soldiers. The Lich Tactician will be useful. Again, Blackmail. Ooh, this guy, Angel Commander. I don't think I have too many of those, and they are quite powerful and cannot be targeted if it entered the battleground since your last turn. Darkwater Pool. Whenever a spy creature at Darkwater Pool deals combat damage to enemy hero, look at opponent's hand, choose a non-creature card from it, and put it on top of their library. So that's actually quite nice. Not that bad and helpful for a spy's deck. Bloodmask Shaman, immune to retaliation, Bloodthirst 1. Friendly creatures with 3 or more enrage counters cannot be targeted. And more barracks. More barracks can be useful. I'm not sure how many barracks do I have, but if we're getting somewhere close to 4 with these, and probably we are, then it's not that bad. Luckily something new in this set, and deal 2 damage to all creatures with 1 attack or less. Not that useful, but I'm not gonna complain. I think this is my 3rd spawning chamber, and we got Kabuki Infiltrator, so more spies. That's what actually we've been looking for, more spies. Because I definitely did not have all the spies I wanted. Bloodsnake Shaman, Devout Priest, again Fiery Sunrise, that are always useful. Soldier, useful for construct decks. Reanimation, I'm not sure how many reanimations do I have, but this may be useful if I have less than 4. Barracks, yeah, well, with this barracks, we're like 99% at 4 or more, so... And with this Griffin Legionnaire, I should have a complete set of 4 Griffin Legionnaires, if not more. Similar should be with Fountain of Rejuvenation. I'm pretty sure that now I have more than desired, and again Sunblaze. Not that good. I must admit I'm not really satisfied with the outcome of these cards. Okay, I was lacking Venom Soldiers, now I have a surplus of Venom Soldiers, surplus of Barracks. Come on, it's like Barracks wasn't any or almost any pack we've opened today from Griffinbane. Ethereal Veil, nothing that useful. Relocation, relocate target enemy creature and target enemy creature, friendly creature and enemy creature, sorry. Nothing interesting. Collateral damage, bullshit. Well, with this Lich Tactician I'm 100% sure I have the whole set, but it's likely that now I have even more than the whole set. Bloodscar Ritualist, whenever a friendly creature with 3 or more enraged counters attack, put 1 enraged counter in at the end of the turn, and put 1 enraged counter on it at the end of the attack. Foundry, Venom Soldier, so nothing interesting. Spirit Wave, Wind Wall. I'm disappointed. Let's get to the For a second I thought that there was like no new cards, and then I will be totally pissed. But actually we happen to have some of the cards new, so that's good. We have a rotting zombie, we have a combustion that will definitely be useful. I wonder how it counts the cards. I mean, this is most likely the totally brand new card that was introduced in time of renewal, but I wonder if it will mark that the Arcane Archer, for example, as new if I had them from the old series but not from this one, or it will mark that I have the one from time of renewal. I'm not sure. I think this might be my second combustion, and I'm pretty sure that I had, or I had no combustions from the base set one. I'm 99% sure that this is a second combustion of mine. I'll battle Ghoul, I have a lot of those, including the one special Christmas version of this. What else? Minotaur Brute. Yeah, I think I have way too many of those. Slow, not that useful. Arcane Archer is fairly okay. Yukiona, Immune to Retaliation, Hypnotize. Damn, that has a lot of health, but it's freaking expensive. Power Hunter, Strength in Unity, Putrid Ghoul, and these new cards. So let's get to these new cards. Jaguar Warrior requires 3 might, costs 3, has 5 attack, Enrage 1, Armor 1, Charge, and is both air and earth aligned. So this can be helpful. Armor 1, remove 1 damage from combat damage dealt to these creatures. So this is really nice. He will be even tougher and combat damage, so it's reducing all sorts of combat damage, no matter whether it's a melee, shooter, or flyer attacking. So it's really nice. Really tanky creature with quite a decent attack, and of course an enrage is an added bonus. And if one were to create a nice, powerful enrage deck, it can be really nice addition, though one would definitely need more than one of these. Falcon Holy Priest, with a cost of 3, requires 3 might and 1 magic, 1 attack, 2 retaliation, 5 health, light aligned, creature magic, shooter, human priest. Immune to retaliation, all other friendly human creatures' attack is equal to its retaliation value. Cool. My god. This is like Charity's special ability in a form of all other. Crap, he's not affecting himself. That's a bummer. But still. I'm pretty sure what he's holding is a staff, but it really looks like a spear. Or maybe it's like 2 in 1, staff and a spear. That's a really interesting card, though not always helpful, because if you keep in mind that, for example, the Sunrider, the card that I personally find extremely useful for Haven decks, has less retaliation than it has basic attack, so it won't help him. Open the next one. Oh, okay. Stuff! Exclamation mark. Now I know for sure, because I wasn't sure for a second, but I'm pretty sure that I had Arcane Research before from the base set 1, so it's shining as new, but it's nothing new. Chain Heals, Harmony, Power Hunters, Strength in Numbers. Actually, when it comes to Power Hunters, I'm pretty sure I had I lacked some Power Hunters, so yeah, of course you could really use to have 4 of those. Actually, I should look at the reserves, but I won't find it here. Oh, Holy Praetorian, hello! He's quite nice. Melee Guard 2, and he's really cheap. But I'm pretty sure that reserves increase size of all friendly stacks. So, actually, that will mean that Power Hunter may be useful to use in conjunction with whatever they are called. The Maniac's Basic Reasoning. I don't fucking get it. Yeah, I read this text here, the card description. Where there is a power hunter, there is a tree. So if there are no trees, then there is no tree. I mean, yeah, makes sense, but it's like, well, yeah. So what I was saying basically is that power hunter itself may have a little use with the Haven decks, because that's what I've been. I think I've been. I'm not sure if I was questioning it on camera or not, but I definitely was questioning the fact of putting Power Hunter, the stackable neutral creature, because, well, most of the, yeah, I'm not sure about the reserves now, but most of the cards, they act in a way where they increase the size of only certain types, like the reanimation. I think it's no, reanimation is something else. There is this card, you know, the Necropolis card with an image of skeleton hand coming off the ground. It costs 1, and it basically increases size of all skeleton stacks by 1. So obviously, it's Necropolis card, and it's useful only for Necropolis. Like making using those power hunters in this deck will be totally useless. And at first, it may seem that putting one card on top of another in case of these, like basically in case of any stackable cards, seems like making any sense, but in fact it turns out that there is not much sense in relying on putting cards on top of each other, but rather relying on other cards that increase the size of stacks, not increasing the size of creatures stacked with another creatures, if you catch my meaning. Not in a way that, for example, Lich Tactician increases. Well, actually, that's a good question. How a Lich Tactician affects the stacks around him? Will he affect the Power Hunter or not? Not sure. Strength in numbers. For each friendly creature on the battleground, heal 1 damage from your hero. That's actually useful. That's really useful. Mount of the Dancing Flames. Of course, I had this from base set 1. Lesser Shadow Elemental. Hello! That will be very useful for a nice incorporeal deck. Deep Mountain Turtle, Preemptive Strike, 1 attack, 3 retaliation, 5 health. Rotting Mummy, Poison Heal. At the end of your turn, put 1 poison counter on Rotting Mummy. When Rotting Mummy dies with poison counters, put the same number of poison counters on other random creature. Yeah. Basically, these can be such a pain in the ass. It's like I've been facing Flashbane probably recently, and he was throwing so many of these rotting mummies at me, and I had so much trouble dealing with them, because luckily for him they were spamming all of those poison counters around my creatures. Though I happen to know for a fact, because I have encountered this at least once in a game, that when the rotting mummy died, it dropped poison counters on the creatures on the same side. Yeah, that actually it was my opponent's rotting mummy that died, and it was putting poison counters on my opponent's creatures. Holy Praetorian, so as I said, is good. Guerrilla Master, immune to retaliation, leadership 1, all friendly creatures with ambush gain +1. Though the problem is that there is not too many ambush creatures remaining. I don't think there are any new creatures added in any of the expansions to base set 2 added with ambush. There are maybe some that came from base set 1 and this subsequent series and the expansions for base set 1 that you know remained in the game and still have ambush. But besides that, that's not really that useful, because there are, as I said, there are not too many creatures with ambush remaining. Demon Thrall. Creature melee demon maniac, 4 cost 3 4 resource cost, requires 3 might, has 3 attack, 3 retaliation, 6 health, immune to retaliation, sweep attack, oh yeah. While Demon Thrall has no adjacent friendly creature it gains, cannot attack. That's interesting. Open the next one. Yet another combustion. Oh hello! Blazing Glory. This might be like a second Blazing Glory of mine. Or third. I knew I had at least one Blazing Glory before, though they were changed slightly compared to what they used to be in base set 1. They've been slightly changed in the time of renewal. I think they have less regeneration, but they get this special ability that is quite nice. Plague Skeleton, unluckily I think I have enough of those. What else do we have here? Month of the Emerald Song, the Wood Sister, Minotaur Brute, Strength in Numbers, Plague Skeleton, Blazing Glory, Strength in Unity, Deep Mountain Turtle, Spell Steal, oh hello. This is so fucking nasty card. It's been used against me so many fucking times. Ugh. Curse of Negation. Decrease opponent's might, magic or destiny level by 1. Bloody brilliant. And the last pack to open we are having... Okay, I am disappointed. I mean, yet another Blazing Glory that's more or less nice, but come on, it's like, this game is totally spawning at me the same cards all over and over again. Come on, I found like, what, 3 Plague Skeletons out of 4 packs that I opened, or something like this? That's a bummer. Chosen of Elraf. Mending. At the end of your turn, if this creature didn't attack this turn, heal all damage from it. I'm not sure. It is possible that Chosen of Elraf was in the base set 1 and was just reintroduced, but I don't think that I had any, even from base set 1, if he was in base set 1 before. Though, honestly, I'm not sure right now whether he was in base set 1 or not. Chosen of Elraf, fairly decent creature, quite expensive compared to the attack and retaliation it's having, because, well, for the cost of 4, could have more. Oh my god, it's almost a rhyme. But he has 6 health, and magic shooter mending. Mending is really useful for him, because you can just, you know, skip 1 attack and heal him back to full health. Agony, Gravid Breeder, that's good because there are stackable breeders. It turns that I have some, so it's probably the second one I'm having. Area Blast to all creatures, so it's not Focus Blast. Focus Blast is dealing only damage to enemy creatures. Ice Wall! Is he? No, he's a shooter, so that's fairly okay. Ice Wall! Enchant Row until your next turn. Melee and shooter creatures on Enchanted Row gain cannot attack. I had a few from the base set 1. This is the first one from the base set 2 I'm having. Elraf's Blessing, heal 5 damage from your hero. Elraf's Blessing can only be played if your hero's remaining health is 5 or less. Arcane Archer, Erg Hunter, Plague Skeleton, Blazing Glory, Thread of Fate. Until your next turn, choose 1 creature or spell or fortune. Whenever opponent plays a card of this type, draw a card. Wind Gust. Relocate target enemy creature, then deal 1 damage to it and all adjacent creatures. And Crimson Wizard, hello. Yep, these are quite good. The quote-unquote older brother of the Crimson Apprentice. Though I was discussing the issue with Crimson Wizards compared to Crimson Apprentici. Was the plural of apprentice? Apprentices? Apprentici? Printa? Anyway, crap, I'm being late. I need to get going. Because that's yet another issue we had today. It's like I came back from school. And it just so happened I wasn't able to record on Monday. I wasn't able to record on Tuesday, and crap, I think we'll have some problem because during the holidays I realized that sometimes when I was playing on Mondays there was the listings of the cards in the Infernal Pit were not updated. And it was showing still the cards from the last week, and it was updating somewhere around Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, around Tuesday. Yep, probably around Tuesday. Now it turns that I will totally be unable to record anything on Tuesday, so to avoid situations like this, damn, I got to be going soon. So let me try to get this quick. Yeah, because as it turns out, I gave up Monday, I gave up Tuesday, and I intended to record today on Wednesday, and I'm coming back home, and I know that I have stuff to do, but I'm coming back home, and I'm like, okay, I have some time, and I can go and do recording. And I'm looking at the shit, and what? Guess what? And it's showing that the servers are down. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm going through the forums, I'm going through the duelofchampions.com, I'm trying everything I can, and there is nothing saying that the servers should be down. There is nothing about any maintenance, there is nothing informing that the servers are down, and most importantly, there is nothing informing that the servers are up. So I was so freaking pissed off. Because, you know, it will mean that I will be without video for you for today. That's why I was saying it before, but that's the reason why I usually tend to record a day or 2 days early. So we'll see how it turned out, because as I said, I'm not sure if the Infernal Pit will be doing okay. I mean, in the fact that how the notifications about the Infernal Pit will be doing, because during the holidays, June, July, August, they were sometimes kind of messed up, and when I was playing on Mondays they were still showing the cards for the last week. So I don't know how it will turn out, but it turns out that to avoid, I will have to try to record on Mondays. So anyway, this Monday I was unable anyway, so that wouldn't help much. So yeah, that's like the update for the future. Regarding building the Spice deck, we're still kind of fucked because I get no cards that I wanted. Because I wanted to get more of the Kabuki seductresses. Definitely, I wanted to get more Kabuki seductresses, and I hope to get some Shinobi blackmailers, or I wanted to get more Kabuki propagandists. That's more important even than the Kabuki seductresses that I also wanted. I get one Kabuki infiltrator, that's good. But I was hoping that maybe with a little bit of lag I'll be able to grab some Shinobi Whisperer or Shinobi Gunshi, or at least Shinobi Blackmailer, because they will be definitely useful for a spy deck. But no, I only grabbed how many? A couple of blackmails? Or even more? Well, you see, I have enough blackmail. I grabbed one Narcotorpu, that's moderately useful. But still nothing to build. You know, it's like I definitely need more. I need more Kabuki propagandists, and I need at least one of these, though I'm not sure which one right now. Whenever an enemy card returns to its owner's hand, draw a card, immune whenever friendly creature's attacks, and destroys a creature, return target enemy creature to its owner's hand. So I think Shinobi Whisperer will be even more desired than the Shinobi Gunshi. So, not to mention the Shinobi Thieves, the Kabuki Infiltrators, Kabuki Seductresses, and actually Sayama Spy, as far as I'm aware. Don't hide the duplicate. Nope. So what, is he like the only duplicate? Yep. That means that both, well actually not both anymore because we're having 3, but Shinobi Thief and Shinobi Gunshi and Shinobi Whisperer were all introduced in time of renewal. Sayama Spy wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, Sayama Spy would definitely be useful, but we're not doing the open format decks, so bummer. Yep, that's what I'm gonna say, a bummer. Shinobi Blackmailer would be really handy. Show duplicate. Oh, he's from Void Rising. Please tell me I was right. Yup, Void Rising. I think I finally learned these two. I had so much trouble with these two, but yeah, I think I finally learned how to distinguish these two. So hide duplicate. That's how it is. No deck building, and I need to get going. Yeah, because as I said, it's like I was totally pissed off because it wasn't running, but yeah. I checked that I don't know, it was like an hour later or so, and bam, it was working. So I got straight to the deck building. But I'm gonna get late if I don't end now. I would really like to continue, but sorry. Responsibilities. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, share, whatever. Make a flip side, and Shazam. That's definitely all for today. I need to get going. Take care. Bye.